What is going on, YouTube? Thank you for tuning in to another YouTube video, man. It's your boy Jack Yulee. I just got some overtime in today, man. So let's take a look at my hours for the week. It's nothing wrong with working overtime, man. You know, if you got a job that's willing to give you some overtime, you know where my phone is. If you got a job that's willing to give you some overtime and you ain't doing nothing, my phone right here, then you definitely need to pick you up some overtime. You're not doing nothing on a Saturday. You know, you don't got no responsibilities. Not saying don't better yourself or don't look for something better if you got something better to do besides, just working constantly. But if it's going to better you and better your situation. But at the end of the day, yes, you need your rest. But, bro, if you can get some extra cash and you need it, then you need to work overtime. The likeliness of the fact that you could go to your job and say, hey, I want to work more. If you tell me you want to work more and they don't let you, that's yes, that does happen. Some places I understand don't offer overtime. They don't have the means to work overtime to offer that, and I get that. I get it. But at the end of the day, if you can ask to work overtime, most places are gonna give you overtime if you want to work. It's just straight like that. So if you can work overtime, I highly advise you. If you're not doing nothing on a Saturday, if it's actually worth your while, I ain't sitting here trying to say, you gotta do the math too. Crunch the numbers. Sit down and look at your checks. If you see working 40 hours overtime is just the same as like you're not really getting the same working, you getting about the same working 20 hours. You gotta look at how much tax they take out and all that. But just think when it comes down to it, the more hours you put in on the clock, most in layman's terms, most of the time you're earning more money. So if you can work, sorry, my nose kind of stuffed, man. It was kind of cold out there today. But yeah, man, if you could work, let me let my seat back a little bit. I feel a little stiff. If you could work, bro, then definitely just try to work. Try to make sure you put as much hours as you can on the clock. Because if you're in a situation that you need to change, then you need to spend more time at work and get you some more money. Because if you're sitting around scrolling or whatever you're doing, if you ain't got a job already, then you already, or if you ain't making no income, but if you got some income, then you blessed, then you need to take advantage of that. If you can work more hours on the clock, then you need to ask your job, hey, I'm trying to make more money. I'm pretty sure any job gonna let you work more. So you need to go in on the days off. I know you might already work freaking 50 hours a week. If you're trying to change your situation and you do need extra cash, I know you want that rest, bro. But if it's not really rest that you really getting and you really just wasting that time when you could be making some extra money, then go make the extra money. But have a plan with it though. So I ain't trying to say just work a whole bunch of overtime, work a bunch of overtime, work a bunch of overtime all the time. Have a plan with your money. Don't just be working overtime, blowing the money. Now all of a sudden you get an extra 200. Now you want to go do something that you never want to do. Ain't saying nothing wrong with that. You free to do whatever it is you want to do with your money. But it's your money, and at the end of the day, do what you want to do with it, shit. But if you're trying to get ahead and you're trying to better yourself, you need to focus on where to implement that money, where to put that money to get you ahead. So if you need to put that money towards a bill or a debt or a school or like whatever it is, getting something fixed, whatever it is you need to do, then you need to go ahead and put that money towards that when you're working overtime. Use that overtime money and put it into that. Use that overtime money and invest it, whether it's going to be in stocks or real estate or whatever it is you invest in, crypto, whatever it is. But yeah, man, work overtime and have a plan for the overtime. If you're going to work overtime, just make sure you got a plan with the money and put it towards something that's going to get you ahead. Don't just be working overtime and then blowing the money. Even if you save the money, do something with the money. Don't just blow it all. You just working overtime, working more hours, giving up more of your life just to blow it. Like, come on now. Unless that's how you have fun. To each his own. It's your money and do what you want with it. I can't tell you what to do with it. But out of the last 14 days, man, out of the last 14 days, I worked 12 of them days because last week I worked Monday through Saturday, Sunday off. This week I work Monday through Saturday, Sunday off, tomorrow off, right? So you gotta think, bro. Like, I am pretty tired, but it's on me too. Like, I've been going to sleep late, and honestly, bro, I I have the luxury that since I have a job like this, it does not require much physical and much. Right now I'm still training, so I'm still new, so I don't have to think that much. It's a lot of things in place for me as of right now where it's like just focus on this. So that's what I'm really focusing on. So I'm taking advantage of that. When I'm in the whip, I'm on the computer studying, looking stuff up. When I'm on break, I'm listening to something that's gonna get me ahead. So just try to maximize that time the same way with overtime. If you working towards something and you working out overtime, if you know you already don't do, if you don't do nothing at work, go work overtime if they allowing it. Or if you if you know that you're not gonna be doing nothing all weekend, then go make you some money at work, even if you're gonna hate it. At least you doing something that's gonna get you ahead, and you saving up, you doing something, you earning something rather than just doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So just think about it like that. But I mean, at the end of the day, man, more hours you put in on the clock, more you get paid. But overtime, bro, overtime, working overtime sucks, but the money don't, bro. The money doesn't, but the overtime sucks. Working overtime sucks, but the money don't, man. Time and a half, I make $20 an hour. So you telling me if I work, think about it just like this strictly. If I work, my bad. If I work 5 days in a week and it's 10 hours each day, that's 50 hours. For people that don't know, bless me. For the people that don't know, once you hit 40 hours, you are qualify, or they perceive it as overtime. The time on the clock is overtime after 40 hours each week at most places. Wherever you at, it might be different, or whatever situation you in might be different compared to what you got going. But at the end of the day, so if I work $20, if I'm $20 an hour and I work 5 days in a week, and it's 10 hours each day, that's $50 an hour, right? I mean, it's my bad. That's 50 hours in a week. I'm a little tired. I ain't gonna lie to y'all boys, but that's 50 hours in a week, right? So I get paid $20 for 40 those hours. 2 times 4, let's just say $800 roughly. So we getting paid about $800 for them 40 hours, and then for them extra 10 hours, we getting paid $30 an hour. So 3 times 10, 300. I just made an extra $300 working an extra 10 hours. You know what I'm saying? It's like if I can go work an extra day and make $300, not saying without tax and all that, but if I can go work an extra day and make $300, $250, $200, and it versus me just sitting around not doing nothing, like, come on, bro, I'm gonna do that. That's an easy choice. That's an easy choice. So yeah, man, take advantage of overtime. If your job offering overtime, go get you some overtime, man. Ain't nothing wrong with working overtime. Ain't nothing wrong with giving them people more time as long as you got a plan. I ain't saying just be out here working overtime, racking up overtime, and you just blowing your money on video games and freaking OnlyFans and shit, man. I'm not saying that. And if that's what you want to do with your money, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But I'm just saying, bro, it depends on what you're trying to get out of it, what you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? It depends on what you're trying to get out of it. So I'm trying to get ahead. If you trying to get ahead, then work some more overtime and invest that money in things that's gonna get you ahead. Work the overtime. So if you don't want to work the overtime, then you need to get you a part-time job or some kind of side hustle that's gonna make you some income. Other than that, if you want to work overtime just to work it, you want to spend your money how you want. Ain't nothing wrong with that either. You can go make $300 a day, work a Saturday, go make you some overtime, and go throw it in the strip club. Who's to say you can't do that? It's your money. Do what you want. But yeah, man. Work that overtime, man. I ain't gonna lie. That overtime got me beat today, boy. I'm kind of tired. I wasn't out there working out hard, but still, man, I'm kind of tired. But yeah, bro. Let me tell y'all real quick before I go. Let me show y'all the hours I worked for this week so we can just break it down. So Monday I worked 7 a.m. And you gotta remember I had training this week too, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So I didn't have to drive that far. And one of those days, the people actually that was working in the field, they was only getting 8 hours. But that day I was at training, we actually stayed 10 hours. So I actually put up a little extra 2 points on the board. You know what I'm saying? So Monday I worked 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. That's that's 10 and a half hours. That was regular in the field. Training, you get paid differently. I don't think it's gonna be that much differently, but she might not even enter it in as trainer hours. Who knows? But yeah, that's 10 and a half hours. Tuesday, 7 a.m. to 5. That's another 10 hours. So we had 20 hours and a half. Wednesday, 7:30 to 3:30. That's just 8. So that's 20 and a half plus 8. 28 and a half hours. Thursday, 8 a.m. to 4. That's another 8. 20 and a half. 28 plus 8. That's 36 and a half hours now. We got 36 and a half hours plus. So for Friday, I did 7 a.m. to 6:30. That's 11 and a half. 36, 47, 48 hours. And then today, I worked 11 hours. That's 59 hours. Almost 60. Ooh, almost got him for 60 ball. That's because one day this week, I had went home kind of early. Because, why was I home? Oh, because we had training and we just had a regular 8-hour day. That's why. Yeah, we normally work 10-hour days. So, but yeah, man. Our trainer had 2 8-hour days. And I had like one 11-hour day one time. But yeah, bro. I'm telling you, man. I've been working a lot. This gonna be my first like 2-week pay period check. So I'm looking at, I think I did the math yesterday. I'm looking at about roughly 127 hours if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's like 127 hours in a 2-week pay period. I could tell you right now. Actually, let me stop. Let me, because I could have sworn it was 127. Now I'm curious, Cosmic. Now I gotta know. So let me see real quick. Let's see how many hours I will be getting paid for this 2-week period. It looks like I have worked 123 hours. So 123 hours because I worked 65 last week, and it says I got 58 this week. Did I do the math wrong? I didn't. If I was doing the math, I didn't have today, so I didn't have it calculated anyway. But I think I was gonna only get 8 today, so I got 123. So 123 hours times $20 an hour. I already did the math too. I just exit out of my phone. 123 hours times $20 an hour. But you gotta remember, 80 of those hours, because remember 40 and 40. So 80 of those hours, it's really gonna be 43 hours of overtime and 80 hours of regular pay. So 80 hours times $20 an hour, I'm making 1,600 regular, and then 43 times 30, 1,600 plus 1,290. That's 1,600. So I'm really supposed to make 2,890. I mean, what I'm thinking, I'm gonna make like 22 to 2,500. And I'm really doing this math. I could be completely off right now. I'm a little groggy. I'm just typing stuff in, but roughly, man, rough numbers. We're gonna make about 22 to 2,500 this week. Hopefully, it's looking more like that. Hopefully, we're making upward towards 3 bands. But yeah, man, first check. What I plan to do is my vehicle is out of commission right now. My radiator is down. I need some new coolant hoses. So once I get this check, pay off all my bills, my rent, my utilities, phone bill. Need to pay some tolls too, actually. Thought that was somebody. But yeah, man, pay that off and go ahead and get my car back up and running. And I'm actually going to invest in an online course, invest in some kind of online course. I don't know if I want to do medical billing and coding yet, or if I want to do a cybersecurity, but it's a lot of free courses out there. I'm trying to do free. I don't really want to pay. But yeah, man, right now, working overtime, bro. Work the overtime if you can, man. Work the overtime. Work, work, work. Work, 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 work. Nah, man, but definitely work overtime if you can. Make sure you're putting that money towards something that's going to get you ahead. But other than that, man, thank y'all for tuning in to my YouTube video. And thank y'all for tuning in to the 30-day challenge, man. We still posting. We still going strong. But yeah, man, it's another video. Appreciate y'all watching. I'll see y'all in the next one.